Hello there everybody, this is Graham, also known as the Collector75, and welcome to another Transformers Generation 1 review. And along with my Blue Streak and Prowl Generation 1 videos, this is Generation 1 Jazz. And I probably could have reviewed one of the many reissues that have come out of this guy. They're in loads better condition and everything, but I thought, no, what the hell, I'm going to review a piece of history. This is my original Jazz that I've had since I was, I don't know how old. It could have been Christmas 1985, maybe 1986, I cannot remember, but I know it must have been around then because it was snowing, and I remember getting this guy from Argos and Staines. And this is my original one, and now it has gone through the wars. Look at that, it's got weathered stickers, yellowed, I don't know if they're going to come out too well there, yellowed plastic all over it. You can tell the bits that are either die cast or clear plastic that's been painted. This is all die cast at the front, this is clear plastic, this is clear plastic, and these are die cast, because the only plastic bits here are this spoiler which is yellowed, the doors which are yellowed, and these two bits here which are yellowed. Now then, when I was a kid, I didn't like him as much as Prowl and Blue Streak because he never really wanted to roll in this mode too much. He was okay, but he just didn't seem as wanting to as much. I mean, he was alright, and his transformation, for some reason, I can never understand why they made the transformation different for this guy than they did for Prowl. They could have easily used the same transformation, but they didn't. And fair play, I suppose, it's up to them what they do. But they didn't, I suppose, give him a different look as well. But anyway, I do like this massively oversized spoiler on the back. I do like that. And you can tell this is an original one because we got the martini and everything, rather than when they started putting Meester on it and everything. Because obviously now that's not politically correct to have an alcoholic drink advertised on a children's toy and all that. But it still looked damn bloody cool. And do you know what? It never made me want to go out and, you know, start drinking and everything when I was 10. So that's all nonsense. And it added more realism to the toys. And it's something that all this PC brigade all want to take away from us. You can't do this, can't do that. And it's absolutely ridiculous. It's like, oh, what was it? I'm sure, I could be wrong here. Maybe did they ban playing Conkers in schools? I used to love playing that. It was dangerous as hell, but it was damn good fun trying to get the opponent's hand rather than his conker. But there we go. I'm sure. But that was just me. I was vindictive. Anyway, right, so let's get back to the toy. He is a Porsche 911, I believe, or something like that. I could be wrong, I can't remember exactly, but I know it's a Porsche. But he's a damn good representation of a Porsche, and again, if you put this on the side, people aren't going to know it's a Transformer. That's what was good about the first two waves of, well, the first 2 years of Transformers. All the other were using old Diaclone toys, and they were brilliant. Right, so this guy is broken. I believe this section here is broken, but it won't come off now, so maybe it ain't, so I don't want to pull it in case it ain't. So let's transform it. Extend the legs, flip these up, and then these bits tab in here. Pardon me. I always find on later reissues these bits are different. I have no idea why. They just seem very different. Like they just don't want to... I don't know what it is. But these, I mean, these are chrome worn as hell, as you can see. What else are we going to do? Now then, we open up the doors. I like it how these doors are tabbed in to hold all this front section together. Because then what we're going to do, we're going to come up here. You come down there a bit where you can see what I'm doing. Right, so we start doing these. Now you have to pull these sections out. So if I turn him around, you can see they're now extended. That is a common mistake most people do on this figure, is they don't realise that. And when I was a kid, I probably didn't realise that. And now you do get a few clearance issues with this. This is what I was never too keen on this one when I was a kid, because you could not get his arms out properly. They were just a pain in the absolute arse to do. Couldn't turn it around properly. Look, you can see that tyre is getting caught on that joint there, and it's just bloody annoying. I can never work out why. I know it's probably got stuck and everything. Oh, look at that, it's made a proper indentation now, isn't it? Oh, there we go, that's it, mate. Oh, there we go. I think it just got caught in that. There we go. Maybe, that's better. There we go. Right, so anyway, so once you're happy with how you've got those arms out, you have to come around to this section. This is another section I didn't like. You had to flip this one down, and this one then is on another hinge joint, which rolls. You had to, again, get it just in the right position, and it would sit flat on there, like that. I remember this section now, instead of just folding down like it did on the others, you had to manoeuvre it like that. Hence why most of the time it got broke here, and then, well, I'm sure mine is. And then we have Jazz in his robot mode. Now, these arms are a bit finicky. Yeah, there we go. See, it just falls off. But, you know, it does the job, and it's my original. Right, so there's Jazz. Now, when that does fall off, his head will just flop around. He's got quite a cool head sculpt, and again, unlike the reissues, it just does not look the same. I'm going to put that back on and try and keep his head there. Right, so anyway, so there's Jazz. Right, now then he does come with his missile launcher. I'm going to plug that into the back. Again, I'm sure most of these reissues, this does not attach in the same way. Oh, you bastard. And this is the only thing about having a broken one. Trying to get all these bits to stay on, and this was a nightmare trying to get this. I remember when I was a kid, I had so much trouble. I had to get my brother to do it. He was a bit older than me, and he had trouble, and he did show me how to do it, and it just slots in. Not really the easiest thing to do, but once you get it in there, it will stay there. So we're not going to move it too much. It does come with this little missile. You're going to pop that in. Does it fire? It sort of does, which is kind of cool. But I never really needed it to do anything when I was a kid. It does come with this flamethrower rifle, I believe he had. And there's Jazz in his robot mode, and he looks pretty damn cool. Even though this guy is worn and knackered, he just looks fantastic. I like him. I really do like him a lot. And you got a G1 collection going, and you're displaying them. They just look brilliant together. Like you would have had Optimus Prime here, Prowl, Ratchet, even though Ratchet looks a bit weird. They just look great. Right, anyway, right, so there's not much else to say about this guy, other than he's pretty damn cool, if you can get an original one. I don't like the reissues. These doors never want to stay in the same sort of position, really. It's a bit hard. But he's pretty cool. Right, I'm going to leave this review there then, and I shall see you all next time. Bye for now.